We're here with Edmonton Oil Kings defenseman Blake Fiddler. Blake, as we speak right now, we're a handful of weeks away from the start of training camp. Just give me a sense of what your excitement level is like here as we get set for the start of the 2023-24 WHL season.
Yeah, I'm super excited to head into my first year here. It's going to be a really cool experience and a fun year, definitely. Looking forward to going into training camp, and I got to practice with the team for a few weeks last year, so looking forward to seeing some familiar faces and new faces going into my first year.
Tell you what, as a 16-year-old player coming into the Western Hockey League, maybe a bit of a wow moment when you're kind of practicing and playing games in an NHL arena, right? The home of the Edmonton Oilers. But, how much did that time with the team last year and in the spring kind of help you acclimatize and maybe familiarize yourself to your new settings here?
Yeah, definitely helped getting to get up there and practice with the team for a few weeks, just kind of see what the normal WHL day looks like, and getting to meet everybody, and obviously playing the Rogers place. It's unbelievable, and getting to watch a few games. They packed the barn pretty well in that big rink, so it's definitely going to be exciting playing my first game.
You've just come back from Europe. Like, tell me about the experience you've had representing your country, the United States, at the Five Nations U17 event.
Yeah, it was amazing putting on that jersey. There's no better feeling than to represent your own country, and obviously going to a different country. It was pretty cool to uh, like see Prague and all of those cool cities, and the rinks over there are much different. It was a really cool experience, and play with against some of the top kids from these countries. It was definitely really cool, and I'll remember it for the rest of my life.
Kind of a nice jump start for you to kind of get ready for the season too, I think.
Yeah, it's definitely something I can build off of. The Five Nations tournament. It was a good way to kick things off, and it's gonna help me with my confidence going into the my first year.
Blake, of course, your dad, Vern, played in this league, coached in this league, played in the National Hockey League as well. What are some of the memories you have of kind of following his career as you were growing up, and kind of now getting to carve your own path really in the WHL. Something that he did, a couple of decades ago.
Yeah, obviously, he's played a long time in the NHL, and he's been through the Western League, and yeah, just getting to watch him as a little kid, be in the locker room around the guys. It was pretty cool getting to have a dad that with so much experience, and yeah, he's helped me so much in my career already, just with the little things, and he's always trying to help me no matter what, and yeah, he's been a big part of my career so far.
I understand you even kind of had a bit of a volunteer or voluntold maybe opportunity to be a stick boy in Kelowna during training camp one year when your dad was a part of the Rockets coaching staff. You tell me
Yeah,
about that experience and kind of getting up close and personal with some of the Rockets players.
yeah, that was definitely pretty cool. Just nothing to do in summer, and just a rink rat at that age too, and just love being around the guys. And yeah, it was cool to be on the bench with some of the guys, and build some relationships with the older guys. And like at the end of practice, I'd go on the ice and shoot on the goalies, whether it's a shootout or whatever. Yeah, that stuff was pretty cool.
For those who haven't seen you play, Blake, maybe if you could just kind of describe yourself as a player and by extension, if there are kind of NHL players, NHL defensemen that you've kind of grown up watching and emulating that you kind of look to for tips and kind of inspiration with respect to your own style of play.
Yeah, I think I'm a big, long, rangy defenseman, two-way defenseman. I like to provide offense, but I'm also able to defend in my own zone, and I like to use my strengths to my advantage. I'm a smooth skater for my size, and yeah, I think my IQ, I'm good at making smart hockey plays, and I like Caden Gooley. I like to model my game after him, his physicality, and he's a strong skater. And growing up in Texas, I've loved watching Miro Heiskanen and John Klingberg. I think their creativity, they bring a element of creativity to the game that I like to also bring to my game. They're both smooth skaters, and Miro's more of a two-way guy that I like to model my game after, but I like Klingberg's offensive game.
Tell me a little bit about what it's been like growing up playing hockey in Texas. I mean, we hear a lot kind of up here about, you know, how the NHL kind of expanded to the South in the US and the growth of the game there. But, you know, maybe just share your kind of anecdotes about, you know, how big the game is down there and how much of a foothold. I mean, you know, you look at the Stars Elite program that you've been a part of, how 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 much it's grown perhaps over the time that you've been a part of it and playing in that state.
Yeah, hockey's grown a lot over the past like 10 years, that decade. It's grown a lot, and yeah, the Stars have done a great job with growing the game too. But Dallas Stars Elite, we have a great program down here. We're always on the ice working out. We have great coaches. Yeah, it's really helped me a lot, and we got a lot of good players that come out of Texas.
You talk about working out, you talk about being on the ice, and I mean, I know you were definitely kind of heavily involved at the national team level recently, but what else has been keeping you kind of busy this summer with respect to preparing yourself for the WHL?
Yeah, we just we're on the ice lots, working out lots. A lot of hockey this summer with development camp and all the tryouts for the national team. But yeah, I've just been working out and skating lots, and in my free time, trying to hang out with my buddies and golf and stuff like that, uh, just to get away from the game a little bit in my free time. But yeah, I've just been on the ice and working out lots.